Today, I'm showing off my 3DS collection, and I want your recommendations in the comments. I want to know what I should add. I'm going to go to Midwest Gaming Classic, and I'll probably end up picking up some games here in 2023, so let me know in the comments down below what I should grab, and here's everything I have. I'm going to start off with the DS stuff, because I don't really have enough of a collection to throw that into its own video. First up, we got Pokemon White, and I honestly missed the train on this one when it first came out. Got myself a CIB copy here. I'm pretty happy with this game. I did go through and complete it, and I think it took me like 50 hours because I like to go catch them all. But yeah, great game to dump some time into. Then we got Pokemon Soul Silver, and I'm really glad I grabbed this on the quote-unquote cheap. I think I paid $60 for it. CIB, I don't have a Pokewalker. I bought it secondhand. And I played through the original Silver game, not the Soul Silver. I still haven't finished this one. Definitely glad I picked this one up before it went crazy expensive. New Super Mario Bros. Not a whole lot to say about this one. It's Mario Bros. I feel like it's one of those must-haves. And then I've got Chrono Trigger here, which I actually have not played through. I got lucky this summer, and I found somebody who was selling just the cartridge in a lot. So I kept the cartridge. I found a good condition case on eBay with the manual, swapped it in there, and now I have a CIB copy of this that I need to start. I've never played Chrono Trigger. You can roast me for that in the comments. And then last of my DS stuff is Ace Attorney. Never played it. Another one that I picked up at a convention, but I got it on a trade, so I really didn't pay anything out of pocket for it. And then a few others to mention here. I have this 18-in-1 case here, and so this is for anything I don't have a case and original artwork and stuff for. Either they're really low value or I'm struggling to find a case where I'm comfortable paying that amount of money. First one in here is Yokai Watch 3, and I just missed out on an auction not even a week ago to make it CIB, but unfortunately it was just too rich for my blood. Then a few other little games, Fire Emblem, Shadow Warrior, Cooking Mama, Leighton Curious Village, and Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. So these are just my loose games inside. This is a Nintendo Club 3DS card case. Holds 18 games. I guess I'll have to patch in here somewhere that I have systems. So I've got a 2DS XL that I picked up from Nintendo right before they decided to jettison everything. So I got this refurbished, I think $99 through Nintendo. So pretty good deal. It basically feels like new. This thing is basically brand new, and I barely use it because I'm afraid to damage it. And then I have a new 3DS XL that I actually technically got for free-ish. I paid $200 for it, plus a lot of games. A lot of games were actually expensive Pokemon ones. They were just loose. And so I had to make the decision, do I want to flip the games or the console? And so I flipped all the games and sold those and kept the console, just because I really like CIB stuff. So essentially, I ended up with a free 3DS because I sold all those loose Pokemon cards. And my last one here is a red original 3DS. This is the first one I got. And I was actually working at a game store at the time when I got this one. It was kind of a weird situation. I'd only been there for a few weeks. I was just getting my employee discount, and the 3DS was hot because of Pokemon Go. Everybody wanted the Pokemon stuff, and we couldn't keep 3DSs in stock. I went to a store where I don't work, but I was like, hey, I work at the other store. Can I get this on discount? And they're like, I guess we'll call your manager just to make sure you actually work there. And they vouched for me, and I got it. Come to know, not even like 15 minutes later, somebody else came in to buy that one because somebody had called and asked for it to be set aside, and they didn't set it aside. Some mom out there was really upset that she didn't get one. Alright, so let's go through my 3DS games. No particular order. Actually, it'll probably be reverse order, because I wanted to go back on my shelf in order. These are going to be in reverse order, because I want them to go back on my shelf in order. First up, Yokai Watch. A great RPG. I started it, haven't played through it all yet, but much time to play. So, this one's on my list to get done. Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey Redo. And this one I actually bought with no intention to open. So I got this when Best Buy was just starting to get rid of all their 3DS stuff. And knowing Atlus things, I decided I was going to buy it and just keep it sealed. And I think it's doubled in value, at least since I purchased it. So I personally do this just because these are the kinds of things you keep sealed for a while, they grow in value. You could sell it and get like a opened copy and then have money for something else too. Because, games aren't free. Makes it cheaper to collect when you do things like this sometimes. Got Pokemon X. I got a lot of Pokemon stuff because that's where a lot of it was on the 3DS console. This era has a lot of good Pokemon, and Pokemon X, shorter game, and Mega Evolutions, which I think are awesome. I really wish Mega Evolutions would come back, but yep, got myself a Pokemon X right here. I'm going to throw these together. Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Again, these are 2 sealed games I picked up from Best Buy again, just when they were getting rid of all their stuff, and I haven't gotten around to playing either of the Ultras, but I'm just leaving them sealed for now until I decide I want to play one, or maybe I want to flip it someday. I'm not sure yet. I really like Pokemon stuff, so honestly, I'll probably never get rid of these. But Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, sealed in the collection. This one is Pokemon Rumble World, and I think this is a completely underrated game on the 3DS. This is one of those games where the free version, it was really like pay as you go to get to do everything, or it's very time limited, like you got to do something for 5 minutes and be like, okay, come back in like a couple hours to get to do something again. But the actual physical copy I recommend. It's a good, just pop it in, and if you want to play something for 15-20 minutes, yeah, it's just like a little dungeon, build up a little army of toys. Yeah, it's a fun way to waste time, and it's a really quick game, and I think it's completely underrated on the console. So if you're looking for an interesting Pokemon spin-off to pick up, I definitely recommend Rumble World. This one I haven't played yet. I've actually only played one of the Mystery Dungeon games, but I have not played Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. This is one I actually picked up over the summer in a trade, so I traded a bunch of my games I wasn't playing and took them in. I basically picked up a whole mini 3DS collection at a game show. I just picked out like 10 games or something and traded them in the games I wasn't going to use. And this is one of the games I got, but I haven't had time to play it yet. So this one is in my collection, Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. 2 more I'm going to lump together, and it's Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. The Omega Ruby was actually my brother-in-law's copy, and he sold me his 3DS stuff. And so I didn't play through this one. I played through the original Sapphire, and then played through this one again, and it is a great remake of the original. They do add in the Mega Evolutions, which adds a little bit to it. Personally, I guess I just have a heart for the old one, but this is, again, a great remake, a great way to play the game if you have a 3DS. Pokemon Art Academy, and again, this is one I picked up in that trade over the summer. I don't think they really knew what this game was worth, because I think they had it valued at like 20 bucks or something, and I was like, yeah, I want that one. And hindsight is 2020. They actually had a whole stack of Yokai Watch games that are mispriced. Yeah, some of those were really expensive when I looked back at it. Anyway, besides the point, I knew this one was worth something, and I grabbed it. There was like no cell service at that place, so nobody had really any idea what their stuff was worth. So, good pickup. Just a little doodle game. Not anything crazy, but Art Academy. And Pokemon Moon. I actually did run through this one all the way. I'm not crazy about the no gyms aspect, but I think this really did open doors for the series because they started branching out and trying new things. And no gyms is definitely like a huge thing to try. So if you've never played Moon, Sun, Ultra Moon, they're definitely worth a shot because they are different in the series. So grab that guy. And again, another one I picked up with the trade. It's actually a sealed Monster Hunter Generations. It's got a little tear, but this guy is sealed otherwise. And I never played a Monster Hunter game, but I don't know if this is the one I want to start with. I feel like I should play Rise. Everybody plays Rise, I feel like. I just haven't decided if I should play it on Switch or PC or something else. So anyway, that's in the collection. It was from that trade. Still sealed. I feel like this one was a must-buy because I really liked the first one. So Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I played the first one GameCube back in the day. So I was like, yeah, I got to get the 3DS sequel. So got this guy right here. Played through some of it. It didn't live up to the hype to me compared to the first one. But maybe that's just because I was used to seeing it on a big screen. But Dark Moon in the collection. I feel like I might give up my gamer card here, but a Zelda game I have not played. I watched a friend play it in college, but I haven't personally played myself, and that's Majora's Mask. So this guy is still sealed in the collection. Probably going to stay sealed, honestly. I just have no idea where Zelda games are going to go in the future, and if they're ever going to reprint this, or they're just going to throw it onto online forever now as part of subscription. I feel like that's where a lot of stuff's moving. So this guy's staying sealed for that reason. And then we have A Link Between Worlds because my wife really likes the Zelda games, and I feel like this is one she would enjoy, so this one's in the collection for someday when she decides she wants to try it out, but for now she's still playing through A Link to the Past on Switch, so haven't got to A Link Between Worlds, but again, another Zelda game exclusive to the 3DS. Then I have another sealed game here. This one was a Target clearance pickup. Kirby Battle Royale. This is definitely not one of the best Kirby games to get, but I've decided to keep it sealed. If Kirby ever takes off or the system goes nuts, I've got it. But yeah, this one was just a pickup on a whim on Target clearance. They just had like 5 of these left over. I think I picked it up not even a year ago. So this one is a weird one because it's short. And that is Fragrant Story. And this is like the special edition, whatever, that's a physical copy. Was originally just a download game that was super cheap, but then they decided to make a physical copy, and it's okay. I definitely wouldn't say like go rush out and get it. The only reason it's got value is because it's a limited print run. And yeah, so it stays in the plastic. I've opened up and tried it, but it's just, again, tactical RPG that ends up being really way too short. Okay, starting to get in some cool stuff here. Fire Emblem Birthright. Another game I haven't finished because I'm an adult and I have no time to dump a ton of time into a tactical RPG, but I really do like them. I haven't finished one since the Game Boy Advance, honestly, so don't hate me. Same story on Awakening. I haven't finished one since the GBA, so I'll get there eventually, I hope. And then we have Detective Pikachu. There was a rumor that this was going to get a ported or a second version for the Switch, and it's been silent since then, so I have a feeling that the series will not make a return and that this will be a 3DS exclusive, just because I feel like we would have heard about it by now if there was going to be another one. Same with, Pokemon Sleep. It's just like, poof, gone. And I obviously forgot to take the half-price book sticker off of it, but Codename Steam, I think I got it on a sale. I don't think I paid the full $8 there. I think I had a coupon or something. But yeah, if you have the Fire Emblem amiibos, you can actually use those in this game and play as those characters. So definitely a weird Nintendo game. Yeah, just kind of peculiar. So definitely one to look at and pick up if you just want weird Nintendo published games. Next one I've talked about before. It's an NIS game. So Cave Story 3D. And they did come out with a Switch version too, but there's like a 3D cover, slip cover that goes on this, and a lot of people didn't keep those, so kind of just do your due diligence on what kind of copy you want, whether you want it loose, the box, or with the lenticular, I think that's what it's called, slip cover over it. But cool game, uses the 3D well, so if you really want some cool 3D mode games, this actually utilizes the 3D pretty well on the system. And then the last one in my collection is one I haven't started yet, but it was a part of that trade I made over the summer, and that's Animal Crossing Home Design. Honestly don't know if I'm ever going to play it, because every time I've tried to play an Animal Crossing game, I basically fall asleep. So there you have it. That's all my 3DS stuff. What do you think? What games am I missing, and what should I go looking for at the Midwest Gaming Classic or at my local game store? And yeah, just let me know in the comments down below. Let me know when I need to pick up an ad before that eShop goes away. If you want to watch something else, YouTube thinks you should watch one of these videos that are going to appear here somewhere. I don't know where yet, but maybe there's a video here. Maybe it's down here. Maybe you should watch one of them because YouTube thinks you're going to like them.